All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Hashem Yahweh Shai, Hashem Harakak, Wadash Barakathum, the honor to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone, and to all I can across the globe, preaching the word of truth and in sincerity. I want to say Shalom. You can see here the video will be posted by the beloved brother from Great Millstone, Chicago, Yediah, and we're going to listen to this little short clip. It's a minute and 36 seconds, it looks like. And we're going to get in color precepts. I'm going to make it long. And here we go.
If I were a rich white racist that hated black people, this is what I would do. I would handpick young black boys, mostly from single mother households who want to be rappers, and pay them millions of dollars to make music geared to destroying the black communities. I would make young black women become dependent on government assistance, but only if there's no father in the home. I would dump drugs into poor black communities, incentivize them to sell it and use it to cope with their problems, then put them in prison. I would turn black women against black men, making them disrespect them and hate them. I would use black celebrities, daytime TV, magazines, and the media to help push this. I would then poison their food and make it cheap so that poor blacks can afford to buy it, which will slowly kill them off. Then I'll implement liberal politicians and celebrities. They'll sell them truthful sounding lies. They'll pretend to relate to them. They'll make them think that Republicans are only for the rich and we're for the poor. Even though we live in big houses and safe neighborhoods far away from you poor blacks. And for my final trick, I'll cut them off at the source. I'll stop them from reproducing. I'll make abortion their get out of jail free card. I won't even have to kill black people. I'll just stop them from ever being born. And I'll make sure black women have abortions at a much higher rate than white women. They'll never suspect a thing because we'll make up some catchy slogan, something like, my body, my choice. Yeah. That'll get them. We'll keep them broke, emotional, childless, and fatherless. And the best part is they'll still vote for us. If I were a rich white...
There you go. That's the nutshell, man. You know, that's the MO of Esau, Edom, and the elites. That's how they think about you. And you simple niggers can't see the forest for the trees, man. All we've done out here for the apostles and the elders for the last 40, 50-something years is tell you that he's not for your turn, man. All right, Esau despises you. It's all been systematically set up. Of course, by Yahweh Hashem Shai, but Esau forwarded the affliction, man. All right, and I'm gonna get a couple of precepts, and I'm gonna get up out of here, man. All right, this is Proverbs 27. And 18. As a madman who casts firebrands, arrows, and death, so is the man that deceiveth his neighbor, and saith, am not I in sport? You know? He says, if someone who lies to a friend says I was only joking. You know, Esau says that you're his friend. You know, he calls you buddy and brother. All right? But only if he has need of thee. I'm gonna get that too by myself. Lord willing, remember that, Abba. You know, but you know, Esau has put all these wicked devices and obstacles in Jacob's community, thwarting the ability of Jake to make conscious, healthy decisions with your lifestyle, you know, as far as your food. You know, you go to the neighborhood and the hood, there are no good grocery stores. There are quarterback chips and dollar pops, you know, high fructose corn syrup. You know, these things are made to break down the immune system, okay, lower the vibration of the Israelites to make you become more emotional, more violent, okay? Then he sits back and we're like, man, you know, I didn't mean for it to be that bad. Well, all in all, the intentions were to destroy Jake to the core. All right? He said, what? Let them cut them off from being a nation. You know, and Esau thinks that this is a game, that we're just cattle, and that we're useless eaters, all right, that we're the scouring of the earth, and the world is in the shape of it's in because of the black man, man, or the brown man. You see, he sits back and he creates these scenarios. You know, just watches Jake self-destruct under the guidance of Esau's system. Okay, you know, Jacob, Esau do something like, man, I ain't mean for it to go like that, or I ain't mean for that many people to get killed, or I didn't know that I was injecting cancer byproducts in the plastic bottles and things like that, man. All right, when in all actuality, you go back to the root of the thing that it was their intention all along, man. Okay. All right. Habakkuk 2, let's get that in blue letter. Habakkuk 2 and 15. So woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that putteth a bottle to him, and maketh him drunken, also that thou mayest look on their nakedness. And it says, what sorrow awaits in NLT? What sorrow awaits you who make your neighbors drunk? You force your cup on them so you can gloat over their shameful nakedness. You know, this is twofold, you know, but we're going to talk about that drink is a false doctrine, the lies that Esau has put out there for Jake to eat up. Okay? This cup that we have drunken and are drinking actually reflects the character and nature of Jake. They're actually, you know, their agenda is the gay agenda, the pedophile agenda, the acceptance of oppression, the acceptance of depravity. These things have been given to Jake in such a manner to where they are accepting of it, that it's part of their normal lives, man. You see, and all the while, Esau sits back and watches the train wreck, man. It'll flood the communities with drugs and alcohol, abandoned buildings. He takes the jobs and the businesses out of these communities and replaces them with guns, you know, replaces them with over policing of the communities. And they watch Jake just self-destruct. You know, they watch how Jake, and I remember coming up in the 80s in a town called Fort Heights, Illinois, and they chose cable TV, having cable TV wires installed over clean water. You know, which just shows the mind state of our people, man. You see? And they sit back and they just watch the people, you know, of such community, and they're not the only one that's been exposed to that type of treatment. But they sit back and they watch the violence and prostitution, all right, the shootings, all right, the shamelessness that Jake has. How to line up at 3 in the morning around the corner, 20 below for some Nikes. How they've reduced prices at Walmart and these stores on so-called Black Friday, and watch Jake running stores and climbing and jumping over people, acting like a plumb freaking fool. You see? And none of this is by coincidence, it's all by design. How they will cut off Jake's EBT card and watch them overreact in the stores. You see? And this is something that has been a method of operation For Esau Edom, his beginning. You know, he will cause division, stir up madness, and then sit back and watch the fireworks, man. And then you people have the nerve to try to defend this goddamn cracker devil, man. You have the nerve to come against Yahweh Shai and his men for exposing him unto you. But yet you're still going to join his military. You're going to join his police department. You're going to go to the voting polls and vote for the selections that he put out there for you to choose from, man. But yet you say we are the problem. Yet you say we are the enemy. Like I especially want to say I never seen a black man fly a plane. So how all these drugs getting over here? I've never seen a fentanyl lab on the south side of Chicago, man. All right? Coca plants don't grow in America, man. You see? So where is this coming from? Coming from your oppressor, man. And he desires to have you in a low vibration so he can continue to control and oppress you, man. You see? Okay? This is something that's not new. You sit back and do these things and then you complain to the Heavenly Father about you eating pork when you're putting pork in products that shouldn't have no pork in it, man. All right? Let me get this. I'll end it. Come on. So Rock 13. Start at 3 just for the sake of time. So Rock 13:3 says the rich men have done wrong, and yet he threateneth withal. The poor is wrong, and he must entreat also. You know, when Esau is exposed, then he threatens you with, hey, you exposed and you can't have no job. I'm gonna take away the benefits. That's why Scripture is gonna read about his shameful meats, deceitful meats, his dainties, in which he dangles out in front of Jake as a form of blackmail. All right, you know. So if thou be for his profit, he will use thee. If thou have nothing, he will forsake thee. Right, and we'll go back to what the man said in the video. He'll use people of color to speak to you truth-sounding lies. He'll use these rappers to rap to you lyrics about sex, drugs, money, and murder. Well, they're not doing none of those, man. A lot of the rappers don't even drink or smoke. Yet they promote drinking, smoking, promiscuity, murder in their lyrics. When they're done, what? They're gonna ride along to the next one, man. Now you're getting exposed. Now you're being blackballed. All right. Verse 5, if thou have anything, he will live with thee. Yea, he will make thee bear and will not be sorry for it. You know, Esau wants every drip of whatever he can get from you, man. Like, what is it, folders down to the last drop, man. Okay? He's not satisfied with just having control and taxing you and putting you in prison, man. He wants your soul. All right? He wants to be your God. That's why the MOCB, the Charagma, the mark of the beast, is going to be his stamp upon the world for those who wish to serve him in his ways, man. All right? And he doesn't care. All right? This man is heartless. All right? This man is the devil, man. If he had need of thee, he will deceive thee and smile upon thee, put thee in hope. He will speak thee fair and say, what wantest thou? You know, whenever he can benefit off of you, all right, he's gonna be smiling, looking at you, giving you $100 million check, but all the while, you can't speak on political matters that make a difference. You can't use your platform to wake Jacob. You can't use our money to build communities and schools, all right, hospitals, and you cannot buy land to help people, your people. That's why these rich athletes and these actors, entertainers have done nothing positive as a whole for Jake. Here we are, we have the richest that so-called black people have been, that so-called Mexican people have been in all of American history. They've never had more money together as they have at this time, but yet they have not put that money into any sort of concerted effort together to buy up our blocks and renovate our neighborhoods. You see? But yet they'll get on television and dress in scantily clad clothes and parade around rappers and song and singers, Glorilla and Sexy Red and and all that, and portray them like that's what a black woman's supposed to be like to our young children, walking around in see-through dresses and with no bras and panties and stuff showing and booty cheeks flapping around. You see? See, if he had needed thee, he would deceive thee and smile upon thee and put thee in hope. Yeah, you continue to do this and you're gonna go to the next level and life is gonna change for you. Actually, it is gonna change. It's gonna change for the worse. All right? Verse 7, he says, he will shame thee by his meats till he have drawn thee dry twice or thrice. And at the last, he will laugh thee to scorn. And afterward, when he seeth thee, he will forsake thee and shake his head. And it says, and he will shame thee by his meats. You take that money from Esau, man, you're gonna be walking around in a dress. You're gonna be jumping up and down on a rich man's tennis court like Meek Mill. Or you're gonna be like Kanye West, holding a platter of food on the airplane while your wife and her cohorts sit there and they mock you, man. All right? It says, and he will shame thee by his meats until he have drawn thee dry twice or thrice. The last he will laugh thee to scorn afterward, right, man? He'll sit there and put you in a position, and Jake never had a bunch of money, so when they get it, they act a fool with it. They're willing to do anything to keep it. All the while, you're putting through all these rituals. You're going through all these meetings and parties to be their boy toy or girl toy. All right? And he will shame thee by his meats until he have drawn thee dry twice or thrice. The last he will laugh thee to scorn. Yeah, man, he's gonna mock you, man. Man, didn't we just have 400? Didn't you just give him $300 million contract? Yeah, but one girl accused him of rape or grape, and now he's spending a majority of that on defense bills. All right, defense attorneys. All the while, just to prove that the girl was talking shit, but he had to sell out of court for half his pay, man. That shit's wicked, man. All right. And it says, when he seeth thee, he will forsake thee and shake his head. Look at this one where it says, rich man wrong. Let me see. Yeah, that might be it. Oh, stole it to the crowd. Yes, the water. Oh, this is the same one. Come. Water, Abba. Oh, shit, it's right here. Oh, no. Let me see. This is it. All right, so we're going to jump down. So about 13 and 21, it says, a rich man beginning to fall is held above his friends, but a poor man must be down. But a poor man being down is thrust away by his friends. You know, when Esau gets in trouble, man, he got all type of defenses, man, starting with the media, spinning things in his favor. You know, now I never did mess with Diddy, all right? But we all know that Jeffrey Epstein's list never came out. The list of Diddy's came out pretty quickly, man. All right. It says, you know, and nobody's coming to his defense, man. All right. When Jake gets in trouble, nobody's there to have his back. All right. It says, when a rich man is fallen, he has many helpers. He speaketh things not to be spoken, and yet men justify him. You know, he shows his arrogancy and his proudness. And nobody says nothing. You know, you got Joe Biden, in younger years, talking about how he wanted his kids going to school with monkeys and things, but nobody says nothing. Nobody comes to the defense of Jake, all right? Or then nobody comes against him and says, no, this is wrong, you know? Nobody hold him accountable for the things that he say. He said, the poor man sleepeth, and yet they rebuked him too. He spake wisely. He spoke wisely. He spake wisely, it could have no place, right, man? Nobody wants to hear Jake, okay? Nobody wants to believe Jake when things are being done. I remember back in the Riding the King, nobody believed that was going on until they seen the video, you know? So when a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue, and look what he saith. They extol it to the clouds. If the poor man speak, they say, what fellow is this? And if he stumble, they will help to overthrow him, man. All right, so we know that when E.F. Hutton talks, people listen. And E.F. Hutton is Esau Edom right now, man. Okay, but when Jake speaks, you know, they're like, man, who the hell are these niggers on the corner in dresses? Talking about America's gonna be destroyed and we're gonna have slaves in the kingdom, man. That God, so-called God of Jesus, is a black man, you know? So that one says Shalom. Call all y'all, the elder apostles, and the Bible ball.